Hello and welcome to day one of the World Cup final. Yes, the year draws to a close. It might only be October, but we're here on day one of the Issf World Cup final here in New Delhi, India, at the Dr. Karni Singh shooting range. We've got a packed crowd. We're all getting settled in now for this first final, the 10-metre air rifle women, and what a final it's bound to be. This is the culmination of events that have taken place throughout this illustrious year, this Olympic year. And as we began back in January with the Asian Championships and the Olympic qualifiers, all trying to get through to the Olympic Games, Paris is now done and dusted. In some ways, a distant memory. And now here we are with a packed house for another shooting final. So welcome along to Issf TV. Thank you very much for joining us for the ride. Wherever you are around the world, then welcome to you. If you're watching in your home nation of India, then I'm sure you'll be making plenty of noise in support of the two Indian athletes in this women's 10-metre air rifle final. So that's our lineup for the day. The first event about to get underway at 11:45 local time. Then we'll move on to the men's air rifle final. Then the turn of the pistol events later this afternoon. So some of the dignitaries taking their place, including Mr. Luciano Rossi, the Issf president. And our Chief Range Officer has just given the 5 minutes of preparation and sighting time. So if you are just joining us, don't worry, you haven't missed anything just yet. The preparation taking place as we get underway with this 10-metre air rifle final. So 24 shots, unless of course we get some shoot-offs. Maximum weight of the rifle in this one, 5.5 kilos, and the bullseye just 0.5 of a millimetre. Some things in life just don't change. Here's an idea of what one of the rifles looks like. A highly customisable piece of equipment. You can change all different parts and have your own colours if you wish. But the maximum weight up to 5.5 kilos. That's been checked and verified by equipment control. And it's just great to see so many people here in this Dr. Karni Singh shooting range. So much history has happened here over the years. So many medals won, so many records. And here's Oceane Boulaire of France. At 21 years old, already has achieved so much. Was 5th in the Olympic final in her home nation of France, and was 5th also in Tokyo some 3 years prior to that. Marshall Adset is the coach. And Huang Yusing of People's Republic of China is next in the lineup, the world number 3. Olympic champion in the mixed team event in Paris. Still only 18 years old. Also a silver medalist at the World Championships in Cairo a few years ago. Yi Zhang is the coach. And Nobata Misaki of Japan is next on firing point C. 21 years old, silver medalist at the Junior World Cup in Seoul last year, 2023. And Kim Woo-young, once again today, will be her coach. Carrying the hopes of the home nation is Tilottama Sen of India, 16 years old, world number 33, already with that World Championship gold in the junior and the team event in Cairo. Manoj Kumar Olyan is the coach. A very happy man. Annie Janssen of Germany is next in the lineup on firing point E. Just getting her footing. Just see how many medals she's won over the years. World number 2. Will Annie Janssen be on the podium today? And Joachim Fielmann is her coach. Very experienced coach at that as well. And the next hopes for India, Sonam Uttamashkar, 22 years old, world number 26, silver medalist twice at the World Cup in Cairo, both in the individual and in the mixed team events. You just see the concentration on her face. And Dalap Singh Chandal will be her coach. And Kwon Yoonji of Republic of Korea, next on the lineup on firing point G. Gold medalist in Grenada earlier this year. Hapsuk Young, another experienced coach, is once again in the coach seat. And then finally completing our lineup, the second athlete from People's Republic of China. This is Han Jiayu, who's the world number 11. Still only 22 years old. Incredible what she's achieved so far, including that gold medal at Baku in the World Championships. So if you wanted a decent lineup for a World Cup final, well, you've certainly got one. Got the world champion from Baku last year, along with the Olympic champion in mixed team, that's Huang Yuting.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the organising committee of the Issf World Cup Final New Delhi 2024 and the International Shooting Sports Federation, welcome to the Dr. Kali Singh shooting range. The final competition for the 10-metre air rifle women's event will now take place, so let's meet the athletes.
So here's Jamie Stangroom of Great Britain with the introductions.
On firing point A, representing France, at 21, she has competed in back-to-back Olympic finals, Tokyo and Paris. She's a world number 5 and a two-time World Cup final champion, 2021 and 2022. It's Oceane Muller.
Oceane Muller of France waves to the crowd, was 4th in the World Cup final last year. Can she make the podium today here in New Delhi?
On firing point B, representing the People's Republic of China, the 18-year-old has had a busy 2024, 2 Olympic medals, individual silver and mixed team gold, 3 World Cup medals across the 10-metre events, all of the gold kinds. It's Huang Yuting.
And Huang Yuting was the Olympic champion from Paris in the mixed team. 2 athletes from People's Republic of China in this one.
C, representing Japan, the 21-year-old made her debut Olympic Games this summer and has qualified for 5 finals at World Cups over the last 2 years. This is her first final at a World Cup final. Let's welcome Nobata Misaki.
And Nobata Misaki of Japan is next with the introduction. Big cheers. Silver medalist at the Junior World Cup in Seoul last year.
Moving on over to firing point D, representing India.
Well, you just hear the reaction of the crowd.
Silver to and the World Cup bronze medal, making her debut World Cup final appearance is Tilamutala Sen.
Tilamutala Sen getting her name announced. Meanwhile, Annie Janssen just on screen.
Okay, on firing point E, representing Germany. The world number 2, placed 4th in the mixed team event at Paris 2024. It's been an incredible year, claiming the European title, 6 World Cup medals, 3 of them gold, including 10-metre individual at Cairo. And today sets a new qualifying world record for this event. It's Annie Janssen.
And Annie Janssen gets her introduction, the qualification world record today of 6:39.9.
Good energy, New Delhi. Keep it going, keep it going. On firing point F, representing India. 2024, her first year of skiing in international competition for the 22-year-old. Picked up 2 World Cup medals, both silver, both in Cairo, 10-metre mixed team and individual. Sonam Uttamashkar.
Sonam Uttamashkar, big cheer. from the Indian supporters, and she carries the hope of a nation.
On firing point G, representing Republic of Korea, with 2 World Cup medals, including gold from Grenada this year. It is the 21-year-old second final at a World Cup final, placing 5th in 2019. It's Kwon Eun-ji.
And Kwon Eun-ji, next to be introduced from the Republic of Korea, the gold medalist from the Grenada World Cup earlier this year.
Representing the People's Republic of China, the world record holder has tallied 7 World Cup medals, 3 in this event. She's the world champion at the back to gold in 2023, looking for her 3rd World Cup final medal is Han Jia-yu.
And Han Jia-yu, the final athlete to be introduced from People's Republic of China. And Lee Yoon-chul, the Republic of Korea, is our jury member in charge. And Viran Bhatt of India will be our Chief Range Officer. So that's the introductions done and dusted for this first final. Take your position, says the Chief Range Officer, and likewise, you're joining us on ISSF TV, take your positions as well. If you're sitting down, standing up, wherever you are, at home, perhaps on a bus, on a train, watching on a phone or tablet, welcome along. That is the lineup for this first final here in New Delhi of the 10-meter air rifle women's final. So we'll have 2 series of 5 shots, and then we'll move to individual shots after that. The first elimination comes after shot 12, that's to eliminate 8th place, and then eliminations every 2 shots, and then through until we get to the medal stages. So the world record stands at 254.0. Will that go? Well, the qualification record went today. Anna Janssen of Germany with that one, with 639.9. My name is Rory McAllister. Hello and welcome to ISSF TV. Thanks very much for coming along for the ride today. We have got a final coming up right now for you. So the clock is ticking down. The New Delhi World Cup final for 2024 has now begun. 10.9 is the highest individual score. Certainly over this first 5-shot series, you've got to score over 52 or even 52 and a half, then you'd expect to be leading, and these are the world's best, so expecting some high scores today. With a 10.9, and not surprising really after taking that qualification record earlier today, bringing that form perhaps into the final. Jia-yu, People's Republic of China, another 10.9. High score from Sen of India with a 10.8. And you can hear this packed crowd reacting. Oshien Muller also with a 10.9. Just shows you the standard. When you come to an ISSF World Cup final, you need to be at your absolute best. Muller completes that first series of 5 shots with a 10.4. To see some of the French team just taking their seats, edging past some of the Hungarians. And Annie Janssen finishes her first series with a 10.8. Now for Kwon, 30 seconds left. Take as much time as you like, as long as it's within the allocated 4 minutes 10. And great to see so many Indian school kids enjoying themselves here today at the finals. So I said earlier, if you've got a score over 52.5, well, you'd expect to be up there with the leaders. Oshien Muller of France has that exact score, 52.5. And Annie Janssen of Germany with 52.7. And Huang Yuting leading the way from People's Republic of China. Difference of only 0.3, but it is the lead at 53.0. And you can just see some of those differences just so close after this first series of 5 shots. So we're about to get underway with the next series of 5 before we move to individual shots. So if you are just joining us, welcome along to ISSF TV. Day 1 of the ISSF World Cup final, live for you here from New Delhi in India. There's Peter Underhill of Great Britain on the left. He's the technical delegate for this entire competition. And so decided Pawan Kumar Singh, who's the competition manager. But back to the shooting. Sen with a 10.7. Nabata also Japan with a 10.7. Wang China with a 10.8. So a 10.8 from Kwon, Republic of Korea. Just shows you the standard that we've got here. Breath control, so important. Keeping your heart rate down, going through the motions. Down the sight. There's no magnification on the sight, it's just there to aid visibility at the target 10 meters away, which is illuminated black and white. In the center of that target, a 10.9, the same size as a pinhead. Breathtaking how good these shooters are. So that's the form of the competition leader. Wang Yuting finished that first series with a score of 53.0, and you can see why. No shots lower than a 10.5. Breathtakingly brilliant. Over-the-shoulder shot just gives you an idea of the size of the target. You just see how tiny the center ring is. And the suits, of course, help with stability, and also the underlayers that the athletes wear as well. And with flat shoes and balance, that's where it all begins, from the feet up. Just looking at Oshien Muller, a little bit of mixed form. There was that second shot that dropped down to a 10. But the rest have been world class. She's still only 21 years old. Just have to think what's left for her to achieve. So much after achieving so much already. Han of People's Republic of China finishing that second series with a 10.9. And now if you try to get up to a score of 105, 106, that's where you want to be in order to be with the leading and chasing pack. Huan Yuting with that first series of 53.0, an improvement on that second series, 53.2, to give her a leading score of 106.2. So after 2 series of 5 shots, let's just have a look at the scoreboard. That's how it looked after 5. Those differences quite narrow, and once adjusted after 10 shots, Huan Yuting 106.2 at the top, and the gap already 0.9. That's a sizable gap even at this level of shooting at a World Cup final. Got a tie for 6th place, Anna Janssen, who took the qualification record earlier today of 639.9, trying to now bring that form into this final, particularly coming up now with the individual shots, because after the next 2 shots we have our first elimination, and the first athlete will leave us from this ISSF World Cup final in New Delhi. So here we go now with shot number 11. The individual shots are about to begin. So pressure. This is when it really starts to count. Balance, breath control, concentration, physical stability. You have to bring all of those things together when it comes to a final like this. A couple of 10.8s with Muller and Huang just making it look so easy. So Huan Yuting still leads the competition. The difference was 0.9, it's now 1.0 from Maskar of India in 2nd place. And Ancien Muller of France, who was 4th in the Paris Olympic final, both in Paris and in Tokyo. Sorry, 5th even, 5th in both, is now in 3rd place, just 0.1 behind. So a bit of a gap developing between Huang and Maskar, but our eyes at the moment on 8th place, because that's where the next shot will lead us to, the first elimination for 8th place. So Nobata Misaki of Japan, pressure is on. She's 0.9 behind Han of People's Republic of China. So 50 seconds to decide her destiny in this final. Can Nobata make up the difference of 0.9? First 20 seconds without a shot, and now it'll just come piling in. So Han with that 10.4 and Nobata's 10.3 means that we have our first elimination representing Japan. And Nobata Misaki, 21 years old, the world number 13, is the first to leave this final. And what an achievement to come all the way to New Delhi and to get to the World Cup final, compete in this event and leave in 8th place. Because you are now competing against the best of the best. So 1 athlete gone and 7 remain. And after 10 shots, that's how it stood. A little bit of a change. Still some narrow differences, though. Wang Yuting has increased that lead, though. It was 0.9, then it was 1.0. Now it's 1.3. So is there any catching the athlete from People's Republic of China? Well, we're about to find out. We go into our next individual shot. This is shot number 13. Time slightly longer on the shot clock. Just 21 seconds before the first shot there. Ocean Muller with a 10.7, Han with a 10.8. Han now 0.1 behind Janssen of Germany. And it's all change. Well, that 10.8 from Han has certainly helped. Janssen, meanwhile, who took that qualification record earlier today in 7th place representing Germany. Did wonder coming into this final whether or not she'd make the podium. And now for the moment, well, it's very, very close. What a final this is. Just 0.1 difference between 7th, 6th and 5th. And then a 0.8 difference between 4th and 3rd. Well, if you're after world-class shooting, then you've definitely come to the right place. So a shoot-off is certainly possible here with that gap of 0.1, both between 7th, 6th and 5th. So will we go to a shoot-off? Are we going to have a clear elimination for 7th place? The pressure is rising here in New Delhi. .9 from Han. Well, that's one way to secure your place in a final when it comes to individual shots. Put in the perfect score, 10.9. In it goes. And we do have our next elimination, taking a qualification record earlier today of 639.9. Anna Janssen of Germany. Waves to the crowd. And nice to see a smile as well, because a big achievement coming to New Delhi, making this final and leaving in 7th place. And Joachim Fehlmann, coach, just gives some words of encouragement. And today for Anna Janssen on the podium. Well, it wasn't meant to be, but a significant achievement nonetheless to finish in 7th place. So just 6 left. And 2 athletes from People's Republic of China, 2 from India, 1 from France and 1 from Republic of Korea. Those are the 6 that remain in this first final on day 1 of the ISSF World Cup final. So Wang Yuting has had her lead decrease slightly. It was 1.3 at one stage, now 0.8. So next individual shot now, shot 15, another 50 seconds gets loaded onto the clock. See the concentration on Wang Yuting's face. She's just on the right of your screen, representing People's Republic of China. Took the gold medal in the mixed team event at the Paris Olympics. Son of India with a 10.2. One meanwhile still to shoot. And it's a 10.7. So that's shot 15. We now move on to shot 16 to decide the next elimination. And Sen of India just 0.4 behind. There's another 0.4 gap between 5th and 4th. What a final this is. So close. And that lead at the top, Issf of France, is just creeping up and creeping up. The lead was 0.8 a second ago, now it's 0.4. That just shows you how things can flip around and change in the world of world-class shooting such as this. Set of India settles into her shot, wide-eyed, looking right down the sight, no blinking. Takes a shot, looks down, it's a 10.8. Real pressure now on Kwon. She needs a 10.4 to take it to a shoot-off, anything less. Oh, and it's a 10.7 from Kwon of Republic of Korea. So she survives in this final. You can see how captivated the crowd are, including Doreen Fennekamp, who was the ISSF Female Athlete of the Year for last year, sitting in the crowd looking on. And the Indian supporters show their appreciation for 16-year-old Tilottima Sen, who leaves this final in 6th place. A terrific performance from the 16-year-old, with the hopes of a nation resting on her shoulders. And India still aren't out of this one yet. They have another athlete left. Maskar still in there, trying to get a place on the podium, trying to claim a medal on home soil. So Issf and Maskar were tied, and now Muller of France creeping up on the back of Huang from People's Republic of China. The gap is now 0.6 between 1st and 2nd, and a 0.6 gap between 2nd and 3rd. The other difference is 0.2. Disappointed with that 10.1. She looks across to Huang Yuting right next to her, who's still leading this final. 10.8 from Han, Kwon with a 10.3, Maskar of India with a 10.5, and Huang Yuting, well, her shot is 0.6 higher than Issf. Huang Yuting with a 10.7. So the difference, well, it's shot up now to 1.2 between 1st and 2nd. So great to see so many kids enjoying the world of shooting at this sort of level. So Kwon, People's of Republic of Korea, 0.6 behind in 5th place. But that gap with Maskar, just 0.1, so close. Some decent shooting from Maskar as well over those last few shots. So the low command is given. It's so important that the athletes follow the commands of the Chief Range Officer, because yellow cards, of course, can be awarded. There's early loading. Everything needs to be fair and just. And the clock ticks down from 50 seconds once again. Oh, 10.9 from Huang, and wow, we're all saying the same thing. And the gap was 1.2 at the top, now it's 1.7, but we have our next elimination. And Han Jiayu, the gold medalist from Baku at the World Championships last year. Now leaves this World Cup final in 5th place. So the first of 2 athletes from People's Republic of China to leave this final inserts her safety flag. There's that bit of plastic just going into the rifle now. As you can see, those are the rules. Safety flag must be clearly inserted. The rifle will be left out on the firing point. And Jiayu will come back now to watch the rest of this final. So we are motoring through this final. Oshie Muller really closed the gap earlier on. It was down to 0.6, now it's 1.7. And Huang Yuting of People's Republic of China, the lead has once again increased. Maskar of India in 3rd place, 0.3 behind. And Kwon of the Republic of Korea in 4th place. Well, you can just hear the crowd, you can hear the reaction. He's even on the phone telling somebody about it. It's a 10.7 from Maskar to keep her final hopes alive. And the crowd here in New Delhi just erupts. Well, we have Oshie Muller, who has now broken the 200 barrier. Huang, China on 201.5. Maskar just under that, with that 10.7, now on 199.9. And Kwon on 199.3. What a final this is. A 0.6 gap between 4th and 3rd. And a 1.5 gap between 1st and 2nd. This is exactly what we wanted on day 1 of the ISSF World Cup final. So the next 50 seconds to decide 4th place, who will narrowly miss out on a place on the podium, who is to miss out on a medal here in New Delhi. With a 10.3. 10.6. Oh! Would you believe it? Just when you need it most. Maskar with a 10.9. And just the cool, calm, collected nature of the Korean coach. But Maskar survives in this final. And Kwon, the Republic of Korea, is the next to leave. Much to the applause in the background of this packed house here in New Delhi. And Kap Suk-yang just giving his congratulations to Kwon of Republic of Korea. What a final this is shaping up to be. We're now down to the medalists. We have the final 3. And that's how it's looking. Oshie Muller, the 21-year-old from France, in 3rd place, 0.5 behind. Maskar of India has just slowly but surely crept up that scoreboard and is now 1.0 behind the competition leader, Huang, from People's Republic of China. What sort of finale are we in for here? Whew, well, I'm certainly feeling it. I'm sure you are too. Here we go to decide the medals. First shot of 2 to decide bronze. This is shot number 21. Concentration on the face of Huang Yuting. Slowly turns into the rifle. Lowers into the shot. With a 10.3, Maskar with a 10.3. 10.9 from Huang Yuting after just watching her so slowly settle into her shot. That is what it's all about. 10.9 from Maskar a few seconds ago, and now Huang with a 10.9. I've actually lost count of how many 10.9s we've had in this final. That's how good it is here in New Delhi. So because Maskar and Muller hit the same shot at 10.3, it remains the same. Where is the bronze medal going to go? Is it coming home here in India, or is it going back to France? Or possibly even People's Republic of China? Sure, the gap is really large. You never know in shooting, it's highly unlikely. But it looks now as if the bronze is between France and India. In front of this packed house, we're really starting to make some noise. Here we go to decide the bronze. Maskar with a 10.4 and Muller with a 10.5, and that means the bronze medal is decided. And Oshien Muller has had such a good year so far throughout 2024, including that 5th place in Paris at the Olympic Games. She was 4th in the World Cup final in Doha last year. So 11 months later, here in New Delhi, she's upgraded to a bronze medal. So France had the first medal of this World Cup final here in New Delhi. So the gap at the top is 2.1. Maskar of India, is she destined now for the silver? There's 2 shots to go. It could change. Will the pressure get to Huang Yuting? Will she keep performing as she has done, leading the competition from the very start? The face of concentration of Sonam Maskar, just on the left of your picture. Huang Yuting, once again with that slow turn into the rifle. Maskar shoots first, it's a 10.6. Well, the Indian crowd absolutely love that, and why wouldn't you? .6 also from Huang Yuting, so the difference remains the same. And is this to be a gold for People's Republic of China? Either way, the Indian supporters will go absolutely berserk if Maskar's confirmed as the silver medalist. Well, there's a 2.1 gap. This is an ISSF World Cup final. Are we going to see a change in destiny? It's looking unlikely, but you never know in shooting. Guan Xiaoyu's world record of 554 is under threat here. She's already left the final. Huang Yuting, who has led this final since the very beginning, still only 18 years old, is on for a world record here in New Delhi. Maskar, meanwhile, with a 10.8. And New Delhi erupts. And Huang Yuting, well, needs an 8.8 or more to take the gold. But it's a world record that we're interested in. And 254.5. It's a new world record. A gold medal for the 18-year-old of People's Republic of China, and a new world record of 254.5. Once again, the squad from China have arrived here in New Delhi, bringing such strength and such depth into their squad. And not only now do they go away with a gold medal, Huang Yuting, who is the Olympic champion from Paris in the mixed team, now walks away also with a new world record of 254.5. Meanwhile, let's not forget the efforts of Maskar of India, 22 years old, and Sonam Maskar is a silver medalist on home soil here in New Delhi. So we just line up the athletes for the official announcement. And 21-year-old Oshien Muller, 5th in the Paris Olympics, 4th in the World Cup final last year, now has the bronze medal today here in New Delhi. And Sona Maskar, 22 years old, what an achievement. The Indian supporters are on their feet, including Luciano Rossi, the Issf president. It's a silver medal for India. Ever so respectful, takes a bow, raises her rifle into the air. And the 18-year-old not only is a gold medalist here at the World Cup final, but has a new world record of 254.5. What a day for People's Republic of China. They're off to a flying start. India, the home nation, with a silver, and Oshien Muller of France takes the bronze.
two 10.9s in the final, 3 shots to set that record. It's been a very big year for you with 2 Olympic medals as well. How would you reflect on the 2024 season for you?
怎么回顾这一年？在决赛中，刚才连续打了2个12.9万的获得到1个金牌，怎么回顾一下这一年自己？
我觉得这一年是我人生中非常难忘的一年，然后也收获了很多，学习到很多是，在我18岁非常默种在的一年。
In this year, she learned a lot, and she think it is very hard to forget this year, especially in her 18 years old.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be many more special years for you. Congratulations again on today and 2024. Thank you. Congratulations. Well done. Sonam, congratulations, you have just secured World Cup final silver here in New Delhi, home nation. How does it feel?
Yeah, and I'm feeling good, and so working hard on it, and it's worth it right now. Yeah.
Talk us through the final from your point of view, because it was a crazy final, lots of high scores and movement in the standings.
I just focus on myself. I was a little bit nervous, but it's went really good. Yeah.
You mentioned you were nervous. Your 2020.
I shot a lot of competition and I'm so happy for the first place.
Yeah, you mentioned how tired you are. I'm not surprised. Just, I think 1 week ago we were talking in Lima at the Junior World Championship. How would you reflect on this 2024 ISSF season and Olympic season as well?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago I shot in Lima, Peru, so I was silver 2 times and now I have bronze medal, so it was crazy for me and maybe next year.
Yeah, well, congratulations as well. Another Olympic final this year too. Oshian, enjoy a bit of a rest now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Interview's finished. Thank you. Okay, thank you. I'll give you this. Is that okay? Thank you. Thanks, guys. Well done.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the Issf World Cup Final New Delhi 2024 will now take place. This is the medal ceremony for the 10-meter air rifle women's event. The medals will be presented by Mr. Luciano Rossi, President of the International Shooting Sports Federation. He will be accompanied by Mr. Kanikesh Narayan Singh Dow, President of the National Rifle Association of India. The bronze medalist, representing France, Ocean Muller. The silver medalist, representing India, Sonal Uddiyanaska. The gold medalist with the new world record, representing the People's Republic of China, Huang Yuting. to be taken, and then at 1:15, that is the start time for the 10-meter air rifle men's finals. So don't go anywhere. But first of all, we do have the special presentation of the medallions. These medallions will be presented by Ms. Ruti Malik, member of the governing body of the NRAI. She will present them to Mr. Luciano Rossi, president of the ISSF, and Mr. Kalikash Narayan Singh Dao, president of the NRAI. So that concludes this special presentation. Thank you very much for joining us. As mentioned, we have another final coming up on this first day of action for the World Cup Final 2024. 10-meter air rifle men's final, start time 1:15. See you soon. So please don't go anywhere. The next final will be starting in just 30 minutes. 30 minutes to the next final. Please do make sure you join us in time. 1:15. 1:15. 30 minutes from